Good evening, Murli Krishna. Good evening, Nandini.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Yeah, so we were, I think we discussed this one in the last class. I said I'll prepare a different, you know, a different screen and then explain that to you. So you can see here 16 cot A is equal to 12. It's given that 16 cot A is equal to 12 and with that we need to find the value of sin A plus cos A by sin A minus cos A. So how do we do this? 16 cot A is equal to 12. So cot A is equal to 12 by 16. 12 by 16. Cot A is equal to 3 by 4. 4 3s are 4 4s are. So cot A is equal to 3 by 4. Now we need to find sin A plus cos A by sin A minus cos A. Divide both the numerator and denominator by sin A. Divide both the numerator. See, that's what I told you. That's what we do here also. How do we simplify 12 by 16? We divide the numerator by 4 and we divide the denominator by 4. We divide the numerator by 4 and the denominator by 4. 12 by 4, 16 by 4. 12 by 4 is 3 and 16 by 4 is 4. That's how we get 3 by 4. We do know 4 in the tables of 4. 3s are and 4s are. How do we get 3 by 4? That's because we're dividing the numerator by 4 and denominator by 4. Same thing here. Divide the numerator and denominator by sin A. Sin A. So what do you get? Sin A by sin A. See here. Sin A by sin A plus cos A by sin A. Sin A by sin A plus cos A by sin A divided by sin A by sin A minus cos A by sin A. Sin A by sin A minus cos A by sin A. Divide the numerator by sin A. How will you continue? Sin A by sin A plus cos A by sin A. Sin A by sin A minus cos A by sin A. So what is sin A by sin A? Gets cancelled. So 1. You can see here 1. Gets cancelled. So it's 1 plus cos A by sin A is cot A. Cos by sin is cot A divided by in the denominator sin A and sin A gets cancelled. So 1 minus cos A by sin A is cot A. So we get 1 plus cot A by 1 minus cot A. And what's the value of cot A? 3 by 4. 3 by 4. So it's nothing but 1 plus 3 by 4 by 1 minus 3 by 4. Take the LCM. You get 7 by 4 divided by 7 by 4. So 7 by 4 divided by 7 by 4, which means 7 by 4 into 4 by 1. 4 gets cancelled, 7. So this is one way of working. See the other way here. Same thing. We get cot A is 3 by 4. And we know the reciprocal of cot A is tan A. So if cot A is 3 by 4, tan A is 4 by 3. If cot A is 3 by 4, then the reciprocal of cot A. So will be the value will be the reciprocal of 3 by 4, which is 4 by 3. So now we have to evaluate sin A plus cos A by sin A minus cos A. Divide the numerator and denominator by cos A. Divide the numerator and denominator by cos A. So you can see it here. Dividing the numerator by cos A and the denominator by cos A. Okay, so now to continue, sin A by cos A, sin A by cos A plus cos A by cos A. See, if you have A plus B by C, you can write it as A by C plus B by C. A plus B minus C by D can be written as A by D plus B by D minus C by D. So sin A plus cos A by cos A is sin A by cos A plus cos A by cos A. In the denominator, sin A by cos A minus cos A by cos A. So cos gets cancelled. So sin A by cos A is tan A. This one is tan A plus 1. In the denominator, cos gets cancelled and sin by cos is tan A minus 1. Sin A by cos A is tan A. This is tan A. This is tan A. Gets cancelled. So plus 1 minus 1. Tan A plus 1 by tan A minus 1. What's the value of tan A? 4 by 3. So 4 by 3 plus 1 by 4 by 3 minus 1. Take the LCM and simplify. You get the same thing, 7. You should get the same answer. This is method 2. In method 3, as we always do, you can use a right triangle. What have we understood? Whenever the value of one t ratio is given, you can find the others using a right triangle. Whenever the value of one t ratio is given, we are given that cot A is 3/4, and you want to find sin A and cos A. One t ratio is given to you, cot A is 3/4. You want to find sin A and cos A. To evaluate this one, you need to find sin A and cos A. You can find the values of the other t ratios using a right triangle. So let's use a right triangle, and cot A is equal to 3/4. So in this right triangle, I've marked this one as A. Cot A, no? So A should be an acute angle. I've marked this as A. A is an acute angle. This is A. And cot A, what does cot A connect? The adjacent by opposite. Adjacent is AB. Opposite is BC. It connects AB by BC. AB and BC. Not AB by BC. It connects AB and BC. This is A. You can mark A here also. You can mark A here also. Any one of the two acute angles. So if you take this one as A, cot is adjacent by opposite. Adjacent by opposite. So adjacent is AB, opposite is BC, AB by BC. And it's given to be 3/4. 3/4. So that's why I've taken adjacent as 3, that is AB as 3 and BC as 4. BC as 4. AB is 3, BC is 4. See here, AB is 3, BC is 4. AB is 3, BC is 4. So we can find the hypotenuse using Pythagoras theorem. AC is equal to 5 by Pythagoras theorem. Now, what do you want to find? You don't want all the t ratios. You don't want the values of all the t ratios. You want only sin A and cos A. You want only sin A and cos A. So find sin A and cos A. Opposite by hypotenuse, adjacent by hypotenuse. Find sin A and cos A. This is the direct way of working. So find sin A and cos A and use the values here. We have to find this one. Sin A plus cos A by sin A minus cos A. Substitute the values and simplify. You get 7. 5 and 5 gets cancelled and the value is 7. Write down, children. Quickly write down. Completed this? Is this over, children? Is it over, children? Are you still writing? Why am I not audible? Nobody's answering. Class, use the emoji. Raise your hand. Yeah, I am audible. Yeah, that's what I asked you. Finished writing? If you have some problem with the mic, please use the chat.
Ma'am, we are outside, ma'am. Tomorrow we will complete, ma'am. We have took screenshots, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. So this is the next one. If root 3 tan theta is equal to 3 sin theta, find sin square theta minus cos square theta. See, sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. Sin square theta minus cos square theta. We have to find the value of sin square theta minus cos square theta. All right. So see here, what is given? So we're given that root 3 tan theta is equal to 3 sin theta. Now what is tan theta? Tan theta is sin theta by cos theta. What is tan theta? Sin theta by cos theta. So you can see that in the next step. In the next step, we write tan theta as sin theta by cos theta. So root 3 sin theta into, there's nothing meaning into. Root 3 into sin theta by cos theta is equal to 3 sin theta. So sin theta on either side gets cancelled. Sin theta on either sides will get cancelled. So we have when you and this root this 3, oh, there's a printing mistake. Okay, I've cross multiplied. All right. So 3 cos theta. See, it will be like this. Root 3 is equal to 3 cos theta. I've just written it the other way around. Root 3 is equal to 3 cos theta. See here, sin theta and sin theta gets cancelled. When you cross multiply, you will get 3 cos theta is equal to root 3. 3 cos theta is equal to root 3. That's what I've written here. 3 cos theta is equal to root 3. So cos theta is equal to root 3 by 3. What is root 3 by 3? Root 3 by 3 meaning root 3 by 3 is root 3 into root 3. 3 is root 3 into root 3. So root 3 and root 3 will get cancelled. So it's 1 by root 3. 1 by root 3. Root 3 by 3. How do you simplify root 3 by 3? Root 3 by 3 is nothing but root 3 into root 3. You can write that if you want. 3 is nothing but root 3 into root 3. So root 3 and root 3 gets cancelled. So 1 by root 3. 1 by root 3. Cos theta is equal to 1 by root 3. Cos theta is equal to 1 by root 3. So what is, now we don't find this value 1 by root 3 in the cos table. In the table, you don't find this value 1 by root 3. So you cannot find the angle. Cos theta is equal to 1 by root 3. In the cos table, we have cos 0 degrees is 1, cos 30 is root 3 by 2, cos 45 is 1 by root 2, cos 60 is 1 by 2, and cos 90 is 0. So we don't have this value 1 by root 3, which means you cannot find theta. Supposing cos theta is equal to, say, root 3 by 2. Then you can say cos theta is equal to, what is, when is it root 3 by 2? Cos 30 degrees. Cos 30 degrees. So you say theta is equal to 30 degrees. So if it is one of these values, if it is one of these values, 1 or root 3 by 2 or 1 by root 2 or 1 by 2 or 0, you can find the angle theta. But here it is 1 by root 3. It's not any of these values. So you cannot find theta. You cannot find theta here. All right. So cos theta is equal to 1 by root 3. And we need to find cos square theta. So cos square theta will be squaring on both the sides. Cos theta is equal to 1 by root 3. Why are we squaring? Because we need the value of cos square theta. We need the value of cos square theta. So we square on both the sides. We square on both the sides. Cos square cos theta the whole square is equal to 1 by root 3 the whole square. So we get cos square theta is equal to 1 by 3. Cos square theta is equal to 1 by 3. On squaring both the sides, we get cos square theta is equal to 1 by 3. Now, to evaluate this, we got the value of cos square theta. We need to find the value of sin square theta. We got cos square theta. What's the value of sin square theta? So that we can find using the identity. We know that sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Is equal to 1. So now what is cos square theta? What is cos square theta? 1 by 3. So sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1 by 3. 1 by 3 is equal to 1. So sin square theta is equal to 1 minus 1 by 3. That's what I've written straight away. Sin square theta is 1 minus cos square theta. You can write this also. Or you can write the identity like this and substitute. See, I've written the same thing here. Sin square theta is 1 minus cos square theta. 1 minus cos square theta using the same identity. Or you can write this identity and substitute. Sin square theta plus 1 by 3 is equal to 1. So sin square theta is equal to 1 minus 1 by 3. And sin square theta is equal to 2 by 3. So the value of sin square theta is 2 by 3. Sin square theta is equal to 2 by 3. So now find sin square theta minus cos square theta. Sin square theta is 2 by 3. Cos square theta is 1 by 3. So 2 by 3 minus 1 by 3, which is 1 by 3. Which is 1 by 3. So here you're not able to find the angle theta. So we find sin square theta, we find cos square theta, and then we evaluate sin square theta minus cos square theta. Right on, children? Okay, so to start off, we write tan theta as sin theta by cos theta. Sin theta gets cancelled on either sides. And when you cross multiply, you get 3 cos theta is equal to root 3. So cos theta is equal to root 3 by 3. When you simplify this, root 3 once and there'll be 1 root 3 remaining here. So 1 by root 3. Now we know that 1 by root 3 is not one of the standard values. So we cannot find theta. So we go on to find what we need. We need cos square theta. So we square on both the sides and we find cos square theta. You can also use a right triangle at this stage, children. You found cos theta as 1 by root 3, right? You found cos theta as 1 by root 3. You can also use a right triangle. You can use a right triangle, mark this as theta. What is cos theta? Adjacent by hypotenuse, adjacent 1 by hypotenuse root 3. And you can find this and find the value of sin theta. You can also use a right triangle. Cos theta is equal to 1 by 3. You can also implement this value in a right triangle, find the unknown side using Pythagoras theorem, and hence find sin theta. And then you can work sin square theta minus cos square theta. You can also use a right triangle. When you know the value of 1t ratio, you can find all the others using a right triangle. So you know cos theta is equal to 1 by root 3. 1 by root 3. So you can use a right triangle and find sin theta. So I have just squared it. I've squared it and I got the value of cos square theta. Cos theta is 1 by root 3. So cos square theta is 1 by 3. So using cos square theta and the identity, I found sin square theta. Using cos square theta and the identity, I found sin square theta because we know sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So substituting here, I found the value of sin square theta, which is 2 by 3. Now sin square theta minus cos square theta is 2 by 3 minus 1 by 3, which is 1 by 3. If phi secant A, if secant 5A is equal to cosecant A plus 36 degrees, find A. Find the value of A. So again, here we have two ways of working. Now it's given that secant 5A is equal to cosecant of A plus 36. Now, using the concept of complementary ratios, secant theta is equal to cosecant 90 minus theta. Secant theta is equal to cosecant 90 minus theta. So this is the angle. This is secant theta. This is theta. You can write secant theta as cosecant 90 minus theta. 90 minus theta. So secant theta is cosecant 90 minus what is theta? 5A. 5A. Secant theta is equal to cosecant 90 minus theta. Write this one as it is equal to cosecant of A plus 36. Now on comparing both the sides, cosecant of this angle is equal to cosecant of this angle. That means these two angles are equal. So on comparing both the sides, 90 minus 5A is equal to A plus 36. On solving this, you can get the value of A. Transpose and solve, you'll get the value of A. On solving this, you can get the value of A. Otherwise, so here in this working, we have converted secant to cosecant. You can also convert the other side. So we have secant of 5A is equal to cosecant of A plus 36. So secant 5A, you can write this as it is equal to, you can change this cosecant to secant. What is cosecant theta? Cosecant theta is equal to secant 90 minus theta. Cosecant theta is equal to secant 90 minus theta. So cosecant theta is secant 90 minus theta minus A plus 36. Cosecant theta, this is only theta. Cosecant theta, this is theta, is equal to secant 90 minus theta. So secant 5A is equal to secant 90 minus A minus 36. Here we have to be careful. Minus A minus 36. So secant 5A is equal to secant. What is 90 minus 36? 90 minus 36, 54. 54 minus A. 90 minus 36 is 54. Minus a. Now again, comparing both the sides. Secant, secant. So secant of this angle is equal to secant of this angle. When comparing both the sides, 5a is equal to 54 minus a. Solving for a, 5a plus a is equal to 54. 6a is equal to 54. A is equal to 54 by 6, which is 9. The value of a is 9. Work, children. Please work. Here we have used secant theta. What we have used is secant theta is equal to cosecant 90 minus theta. Using this, we have changed secant 5a to cosecant. Yeah. Now let's take the alternate method. Just work it again. The same thing. I'll just repeat. This is the alternate method. Alternate method is by using cosecant theta. Cosecant theta. This is the rule we're using. Cosecant theta is equal to secant 90 minus theta. So we are given that secant 5a is equal to cosecant a plus 36. This is given to us. We write secant as it is, 5a is equal to, we change this. So cosecant theta is secant 90 minus theta. Theta is a plus 36. So secant 5a is equal to secant 90 minus a minus 36. So secant 5a is equal to secant 90 minus 36 is 54 minus a. On comparing both the sides, 5a is equal to 54 minus a. On solving this, 5a plus a is equal to 54. 6a is equal to 54. A is equal to 54 by 6. A is equal to 9. Write on this. So this is the next one. If tan A is equal to 1 and tan B is equal to root 3, find cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. Now, when we read the question, we realize that 1 and root 3 We can find these values in the tan table. Tan table meaning we know somewhere in tan, somewhere the value of tan is 1 and root 3, which is familiar to us. So you can find the angle here. You can find the angle here. Tan A is equal to tan 45 because 1 is tan 45 degrees. So A is equal to 45. Similarly, tan B is equal to tan 60 degrees because root 3 is tan 60. The value of tan 60 degrees is root 3. So B is equal to 60 degrees. So once you get the angles A and B, it's easy to evaluate cos A, cos B minus sin A, sin B. Got this? So if the denominator is irrational, we'll have to rationalize the denominator. So since 1 and root 3 are standard values, we find the measures of angle A and B. And then evaluate cos A, cos B minus sin A, sin B. Please complete this, children. I'll just get back. Any doubts here, children? So here if sine theta is equal to A by B, Sine theta is equal to A by B. Find secant theta plus tan theta. So again, we are given the value of 1t ratio. Sine theta is equal to A by B. Use a right triangle. Mark of one of the acute angles as theta. And sine theta connects the opposite side and the hypotenuse. And that's given to be A by B. So for theta, this is the opposite side. This is the opposite side. For theta, this is the opposite side. And this is the hypotenuse. This is the hypotenuse. So opposite is A, hypotenuse is B. For this theta, if you mark theta here, then if you mark theta here, this will be the opposite side. This is the hypotenuse, but this will be the opposite side. So use a right triangle and sine theta connects the opposite side and the hypotenuse. So mark the opposite side as A and the hypotenuse as B and find the adjacent side, the side adjacent to theta. Find that using Pythagoras theorem. And then you can use the triangle to find secant theta and tan theta. I'll show you the answer. You see here. Write on the question, children. Please write the question. Okay. So this is what we we normally do. We use a right triangle because we are given the value of 1t ratio. We're given the value of 1t ratio. So we can find the others using a right triangle. So I've marked off this one as theta. I've marked off this one as theta. So sine theta, you can write like this: sine theta is equal to opposite AB by hypotenuse AC. AB by AC. So that is equal to, that's given as A by B. So I've marked the opposite as A and the hypotenuse as B. And you should find BC using Pythagoras theorem. So when you use Pythagoras theorem, you get BC as root of B square minus A square. Okay, use Pythagoras theorem, you will find BC as root of B square minus A square. Now what should you find? You need to find secant theta plus tan theta. So what is secant theta from the right triangle? What is secant theta? Secant theta is hypotenuse by adjacent. Hypotenuse B. This is the opposite side. For theta, this is the opposite side and this is the adjacent side. All right. So secant theta is hypotenuse by adjacent. So hypotenuse is B, adjacent is BC, which is a root of B square by root of B square minus A square. This is root of, we found this, no, root of B square minus A square. We found this. And tan theta is equal to opposite by adjacent. Opposite by adjacent. Opposite A by adjacent root of B square minus A square. So now what we found secant theta and tan theta. Now we have to find secant theta plus tan theta. Secant theta plus tan theta. We'll have to evaluate secant theta plus tan theta. So we have the values. Now you can see that the denominators are the same, root of B square minus A square. So common denominator is root of B square minus A square. In the numerator, you will have A plus B. It's B plus A. I've written it as A plus B. Okay, now what do we see? Actually, this is the answer. This is the answer. But we see that the denominator is irrational, root of B square minus A square. So we have these steps to perform. Otherwise, this is the answer. We found it. But since the denominator is irrational, we rationalize. So what you do, you multiply and divide by root of B square minus A square. That is what you see here. Then when you multiply the numerators. That's what you see here. A plus B into root of B square minus A square. Multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators. When you multiply the denominators, root of B square minus A square into root of B square minus A square. So like, what is root 2 into root 2? 2. What is root 3 into root 3? 3. So what is root of B square minus A square into root of B square minus A square? B square minus A square. The square root is eliminated. Root of B square minus A square into root of B square minus A square is root of B square minus A square, the whole square. Multiplying the same thing 2 times. So it's whole square. So when you square this, the square root is eliminated. So you get B square minus A square. B square minus A square. Now b square minus a square is nothing but b plus a. A square minus b square. A plus b into a minus b. Similarly, b square minus a square is b plus a into b minus a. A square minus b square is a plus b into a minus b. B square minus a square is b plus a into b minus a. So b plus a into b minus a. So you know that a plus b and b plus a both are the same. So they get cancelled. And this is the result. Root of b square minus a square by b minus a is the result. Right on? So as always, when we have the value of 1t ratio, sine theta is given to be a by b. So we know that when we have the value of 1t ratio, we can find the values of the other t ratios using a right triangle. And that's what you see here. We implement, we put this information in a right triangle. So we fill in the opposite side on the hypotenuse because sine theta connects the opposite side on the hypotenuse. So we fill in the opposite side on the hypotenuse with A and B. And we find the unknown side, the adjacent side using Pythagoras theorem, which is root of b square minus a square. So after that, we know that we have to evaluate secant theta plus tan theta. So you don't have to find all the other t ratios of theta. It's enough if you find secant theta and tan theta from the right triangle. So using the ratios, secant theta connects the adjacent hypotenuse and the adjacent side. So using the ratios, we find the value of secant theta and tan theta. And then we work secant theta plus tan theta. The denominator is irrational. So we then rationalize the denominator. Yeah, this you can complete it yourself. We've done this once earlier. We've done a similar sum earlier. If cos of a plus b is equal to cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. So the formula is given to you. If cos of A plus B is equal to cos A cos B minus sin A sin B, find cos 75 degrees. So the formula is given to you. With the help of this formula, we need to find the value of cos 75 degrees. So now tell me, what will we take A and B as to get 75 degrees? What should be the values of A and B? All of you, please be good enough to answer my question. As it is, when I ask you if you have completed, I don't get any response. But I cannot react in this platform. I don't want to react. So I don't understand why children are not, answering me. So I'm just gauging that you should have finished, and I just take you to the next slide. Yeah, now it's nice if we interact. Let it not be a monologue. Let's make it a dialogue. Please communicate. Tell me the values of A and B to find cos 75 degrees. What should be the value of A? What should be the value of B? Yeah, class, use the emoji. Raise your hand. Lower your hands, all of you. Pranav and Murali Krishna, please lower your hand. Okay, now class, use the emoji. Raise your hand. Nandini, Hitesh, Pranav Rajan. Nandini, Pranav Rajan, Ananya, Tarun Murali, Ramnathan, Hitesh, Rajarajeshwari, Murali Krishna, Sneha, Harini, and Tarun E. Is Kanishka with Pranav? Kanishka and Pranav, are you attending together? Pranav, please answer. Can you hear me, Pranav? No response. Oh, no, ma'am. Okay. All right. Fine, Pranav. Uh-oh, sorry. Yeah. Tell me, children, these are the standard angles: 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45, 60, 90. A plus B. Yeah. A is equal to what? B is equal to what?
Ma'am, A is equal to 30 and B is equal to 45.
Very good. Can I take it like this? Can I take A as 45 degrees and B as 30 degrees?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, both are good. You can take A as 30 and B as 45, or you can take A as 45 and B as 30. Because in both the cases, A plus B will be 75 degrees. In both the cases, A plus B is 75 degrees. Thank you, Nandini. Correct. Yeah, please work, children. Anything is fine. Now you can just check it. You can on the screen, on your screen, you can see with A30 and B45. You work now with A45 and B30. So you can, verify that both the ways are fine. You can try with A45. Now, instead of taking 30 and 45, you take A as 45 and B as 30 and work it now. You will see that you'll get the same answer. All right, so here A is 30 and B is 45. So the formula cos A plus B. So cos 30 plus 45 is equal to A is 30, B is 45. So use A, in place of A, use 30 and in place of B, use 45 and we get this. And bring the values from the table. From the table, 30 plus 45 is 75. 75. And these values from the table. And then root 3 into 1 is root 3. 2 into root 2 is 2 root 2. 1 into 1, 1 by 2 root 2. So common denominator 2 root 2, root 3 minus 1. This is nothing but root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2. But the denominator is irrational, so we rationalize it. It's enough to multiply and divide by root 2. You don't have to take 2 root 2. 2 is already rational. So simply multiply and divide by root 2. So how do we multiply this? Multiply the numerators. So root 2 into root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2. 1 minute. Multiply the numerators. So it is root 2 into root 3 minus 1 divided by, multiply the denominators. 2 root 2 into root 2. So 2 root 2 into root 2. So root 2 into root 3 is root 6. Root 2 into minus 1 is root 2. Root 2 into root 2 is 2 and 2 into 2 is 4. Multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators. Root 2 into root 3 minus 1 divided by 2 root 2 into root 2. So multiplying the numerators, root 2 into root 3, root 6. Root 2 into 1 minus root 2, because it's minus here, so minus root 2. Divided by root 2 into root 2 is 2. Root 2 into root 2 is 2. And this 2, 2 into 2, 4. So root 6 minus root 2 by 4. Yeah. Please help yourself with this one. This is easy. Write down the question. So from this, we understand that in a right triangle, when you know one angle and one side, you can find the other sides. See here in this right triangle, why is it a right triangle? Because it's a rectangle. So we know that every corner in a rectangle is a right angle. We know that. So now what information do you have in this right triangle? We know that this angle is 60 degrees. We know that this angle is 60 degrees. And of the three sides, AB, BC, and AC, we only know the length of one side, 20 centimeters. In the right triangle ABC, ABC is the right triangle because we know that every corner of a rectangle is a right angle. So this is 90. In the right triangle ABC, we know that this angle, this acute angle is 60 degrees. So you can easily find the other acute angle. This will be 30 degrees by angle sum property. If at all you're asked to find, this acute angle will be 30 degrees by angle sum property, because this is 90, this is given to be 60. So this third angle will be 30 degrees, angle sum property in a triangle. So you can find the third angle. Now we know that a triangle has, any triangle has 6 parts, 3 angles and 3 sides. 3 angles and 3 sides. So in this triangle, you can find this angle 30 degrees. And what about the 3 sides? AB is one side, which is 20 centimeters. BC is the second side or another side, and another side is AC. Okay, so we do not know the length of AC and BC, but you can find them using T ratios. You can find them using trigonometric ratios. See here, you found BC is 20 root 3. See, we had to find BC and AC, BC and AC. See, we found BC is 20 root 3 and AC is 40 centimeters. When you find, when you find BC is 20 root 3, when you find BC is 20 root 3, you can also find AC using Pythagoras theorem. That's a different thing. You can also find AC using Pythagoras theorem, but here I've found it using a trigonometric ratio itself. You'll get the same thing. Even if you use Pythagoras theorem, you'll get the same thing. So in a right triangle, when you're given some minimum information, that is one angle and one side, we know one angle, 60 degrees, okay, and one side 20 centimeters. So with the help of this and T ratios, with the help of this given information and trigonometric ratios, you can find the length of BC and AC. So how to find BC? How do you know you should use tan of angle A? Why tan of angle A? Why not sine? Why not cos? We use tan of angle A because now you have to use angle A because you can also find using angle C. If you find this angle is 30 degrees, you can also find using angle C. Now using angle A, why should we use why should you use tan? That's the question. Why should you use tan? Because we have to find BC. Using AB, because AB only is 20. You don't know AC, so you cannot use AC. You don't know AC, right? So you cannot use AC. So the thing is, we'll have to find BC using AB and 60 degrees. So how will you connect? See, you should use, that a trigonometric ratio, now tan theta is equal to, or any ratio for that matter, 1 minute, sine theta. Sine theta connects the opposite side and the hypotenuse. So what do we have in a T ratio? What do you have in a trigonometric ratio? We have an acute angle, and how this acute angle is related to the two sides of the right triangle. So a trigonometric ratio has one acute angle and two sides. That is what a trigonometric ratio is. A trigonometric ratio defines how the acute angle is related to the two sides of the triangle. So now we have to find BC. Using AB and 60 degrees. Because that's what we know. We know AB is 20 centimeters. We know BC is, we know AB is 20 centimeters and this angle is 60 degrees. So this is 60, this is 20, and we have to find BC. So how will you connect these three? What is this side? What is BC for 60 degrees? Opposite side. For 60 degrees, BC is the opposite side. And for 60 degrees, AB is the adjacent side. I'll repeat. You have to use this acute angle 60 degrees. You have to use the acute angle 60 degrees. For the 60 degrees, what is BC? Because we have to find BC. What is BC? Opposite side. And what is AB? Adjacent side. For 60 degrees, this is the opposite side and this is the adjacent side. So opposite and adjacent, or adjacent and opposite. So tan. You can use tan or you can use cot also. So tan 60 degrees or tan of angle A or tan 60 degrees is equal to opposite by adjacent. We use tan because we have to find BC and we know AB is 20. For this angle 60 degrees, this is the opposite side and this is the adjacent side. Opposite and adjacent meaning either tan or cot. So I have written tan 60 degrees. Tan 60 degrees is equal to opposite BC by adjacent AB. So when you work this, because you know tan 60 is √3. BC is what we have to find. AB is 20. When you work this, you can find the length of BC. And once you find this one, BC is 20 √3. You found BC is 20 √3. Now you have to find AC. You have to find AC. So now for this, I've used a cos of angle A. Cos A is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. Adjacent AB. AB is the adjacent side for 60 degrees. Adjacent by hypotenuse. Cos A is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. So adjacent side is AB, hypotenuse is AC. So A is 60 degrees. Adjacent 20 by hypotenuse AC. Cos 60 is 1 by 2, 20 by AC. Cross multiply, you get AC is equal to 40. See, now we found BC is 20 √3. You can also use sin 60 to find AC. You can also use sin 60. Sin 60 degrees is equal to opposite 20 √3 by hypotenuse AC. You can also do this. You get the same answer. In this, see, there should be only one unknown in this. So the unknown is AC. The unknown is AC. There should be only one unknown. You should know the other values. So I was telling you, you can also use sin 60 because you know the opposite side is 20 √3. This one is 20 √3. We found here. So sin 60 degrees. Sin 60 degrees is equal to opposite. That is BC by hypotenuse. Opposite by hypotenuse. Sin. So sin 60 is equal to √3 by 2. Opposite BC is 20 √3. Hypotenuse AC we do not know. So √3 gets cancelled on both the sides in the numerator. And when you cross multiply, you get AC is equal to 40. That's what we got here. So you can use any ratio, but when you use it, you should make sure that of the three quantities, you know two of them. See here, sin theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse. So there is one angle and there are two sides. So there are three quantities in all. One acute angle and two sides. There is one acute angle and two sides. So there are three quantities in all. There are three quantities. Of these three, you must know two of them. You must know this. You must know theta and the opposite side, or you must know theta and the hypotenuse. Any two you must know. You may also know these two sides, then you can find the angle. Supposing you know the two sides, then you can find the angle. Supposing in sin theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse, if you know the opposite side and the hypotenuse, then you can find theta. You can find the angle. Like you will get, supposing sin theta is equal to, say you get √2 by 2. Supposing, I'm just giving an example, √2 by 2. So sin theta is equal to, when you simplify, you will get √2. There are two √2s here, right? So you will get √2 here. How do you simplify √2 by 2? It's √2 by √2 into √2. 2 is √2 into √2. So they get cancelled 1 by √2. Let's write it again. I was telling you that if supposing you know sin theta is equal to opposite is √2 and the hypotenuse is 2, for example. So how do you simplify this? root 2 by root 2 into root 2. So root 2 and root 2 gets cancelled. So you'll get 1 by root 2. So sine theta is equal to 1 by root 2. Sine theta is equal to, when is it 1 by root 2? Sine 45 degrees. Sine 45 degrees is 1 by root 2. So theta is equal to 45 degrees. So when you know two sides, you can find the angle. So in a trigonometric ratio, there is one acute angle and two sides, three quantities. You should know any two of them, you can find the third one. So if you know the two sides, you can find the angle. Yeah. So you can see here, to evaluate this, I look at the angles. When you look at the angles, not a standard angle. See, this is not a standard angle, 18 degrees, 72 degrees, 10, 30 is a standard angle. But 40, 50, 80, these are not standard angles. So only one standard angle you have here, 30. 30, this is the only standard angle here, tan 30 degrees. So only tan 30, you can get the value from the table. Now, how do you group the remaining ratios? You must group such that the angles are complementary. Angles are complementary. So you can group 10 and 80 because 10 plus 80 is 90. See, you can group 10 and 80 because 10 plus 80 is 90. And you can group 40 and 50 because 40 plus 50 is 90 degrees. All right. So to simplify, this is what is given. I've written that here. This is what is given. We need to evaluate this. I've written that here. Now, here sine 18, cos 72. Change any one using complementary ratios. Change any one using complementary ratios. Either change sine 80 degrees, sine 18 degrees, or change cos 72 degrees. Change any one of the two. Don't change both. So either change sine 18 degrees or change cos 72 degrees using complementary ratios. So I have written sine 18 degrees as it is and cos 72. What is cos 72? Cos 72 degrees. Cos theta is equal to sine 90 minus theta. Sine 90 minus theta. Cos theta is equal to sine 90 minus theta. So cos 72. Cos theta is equal to sine 90 minus theta. So cos 72 degrees will be sine 90 minus 72. Sine 90 minus 72. That's what you see here. Sine 18 degrees as it is. And in the denominator, cos 72 is written as sine 90 minus 72. Okay, root 3 as it is. And group tan 10, tan 80. Tan 10, tan 80. Just write them together. Tan 30 stands alone because it's a standard angle. You can get the value from the table. And then group 40 and 50. 40 and 50. So tan 10, tan 80 makes a pair. Tan 30 stands alone. See here. Tan 10 and tan 80, we have paired them. Tan 30 stands alone. You can get the value from the table. And tan 40 and tan 50, we have paired because 40 plus 50 is 90. 40 plus 50 is 90. Next step, sine 18 in the numerator as it is, 90 minus 72. 90 minus 72 is 18. So sine 18 by sine 18. So they get cancelled. And it's 1 in the next step. It's 1 in the next step. Okay. And so that's what about this first part. 90 minus 72 sine 18. Sine 18 gets cancelled and it's 1. 1, 1, so it's 1. Okay, so there we have simplified. Now here root 3 as it is. Change, see we have paired this. Change any one of the two first. Either change tan 10 degrees or change tan 80 degrees. Don't change both. So I have written tan 10 as it is. Root 3 is a constant. What to do with root 3? Write it as it is. So tan 10 I've written as it is. Tan 80. What is tan 80 degrees? Tan theta is cot 90 minus theta. Tan theta is cot 90 minus theta. So tan 80 degrees is equal to cot 90 minus 80. See, theta is 80, right? So cot 90 minus 80. So see here, I've written tan 80 as cot 90 minus 80. Tan 30 as it is because it's a standard angle. Now here you can change anything, either tan 40 or we have paired this, right? So in this pair, change any one. I have written tan 40 as it is. I've changed tan 50. So what is tan 50? Tan 50 degrees is equal to cot 90 minus theta, 90 minus 50. So see here, cot 90 minus 50. In the pair, change any one. This is the pair, tan 10 and tan 80. Why? Because 10 plus 80 is 90. You must pair such that the angles are complementary. You must pair in such a way that the angles are complementary. So we pair tan 10 and tan 80, then 40 and 50. 30 stands alone because it's a standard angle. So we have paired these two, we have paired these two. Tan 30 stands alone. We can get the value from the table. And in the pair, change any one. Don't change both. You can choose to change anything. I have written tan 10 as it is and change tan 80 to cot 90 minus 80. Here in this pair, tan 40 I've written as it is. Tan 50 is cot 90 minus 50. Now next step, tan 10 as it is. 90 minus 80 is 10. 90 minus 80 is 10. So cot 10. Tan 30. Tan 40. And 90 minus 50 is 40. Cot 40. So subtract and write the results. That's the next step. Then 1 plus root 3, open bracket, tan 10, I've written as it is, cot 10. What is cot theta? Cot theta is 1 by tan theta. Now using reciprocal ratios. Earlier we used complementary ratios. In the earlier step, we used complementary ratios. Here, after using complementary ratios, we're using the reciprocal ratios. We're using the reciprocal ratios. What is cot 10 degrees? Cot theta is 1 by tan theta. So cot 10 degrees is 1 by tan 10 degrees. Reciprocal ratios. So cot 10 is 1 by tan 10. So tan and tan gets cancelled. Tan 30 degrees from the table is 1 by root 3. 1 by root 3. Now tan 40, cot 40. I've written tan 40 as it is. I've changed cot 40. What is cot 40 degrees? It's 1 by tan theta. 1 by tan 40 degrees. So you can take away cot 40 and write 1 by tan 40. Because cot theta is equal to 1 by tan theta. Reciprocal ratios. So cot 40 degrees will be 1 by tan 40 degrees. So tan 10 cancels. Tan 40 cancels. So you have 1 into 1 by root 3 into 1. So it's 1 by root 3. It's 1 by root 3. And here root 3 and root 3 gets cancelled. 1 plus 1, which is 2. So the value of the given expression is 2. So we make use of both complementary ratios and reciprocal ratios. When we have to pair the ratios, we pair such that the angles add up to 90 degrees. 10 plus 80, 90, 40 plus 50, 90, 30 degrees stands alone because it's a standard angle. Write down. Done, children?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Yeah. All right, children. So you have a small homework for the weekend. Yeah, please try these. Yeah, take a screenshot, children. These are simple. Now you have to think, understand, and then work it. Please take a screenshot and complete this in your classwork. These are questions from the previous year's board papers. This was asked in the similar questions were asked in 3 years, in consecutive 3 years before 2018. Yeah, there's a second one, again important. Yeah, so you're given one T ratio, and we have to evaluate cosecant square theta minus secant square theta by cosecant square theta plus secant square theta. So you can use a right triangle and find the values of cosecant theta and secant theta and evaluate the expression. Yeah. In this question, what you observe is that all the angles are standard angles. You can see here, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, 45 degrees. So you can 30 degrees. So you can get the values from the table. So here you don't have to use, the results by reciprocal ratios or complementary ratios. No, that we do only when the angles are not standard angles. If they are not 0, 30, 45, 60 or 90. So if the angles are standard angles, just get the values from the table. That's all. So here you can see cos 30 degrees. 2 by 3 as it is, cos 30 degrees is root 3 by 2, and cos 30 degrees to the power 4 it is. So that means whatever is the value, raise it to the power 4. Here the power is 4, power 4, power 2, power 2. So whatever is the value, write the value and raise it to the power 4 or the power 2. Whatever is the value of sine 45 degrees, write it out and raise it to the power 4. Raise it to the power 4. Because this is nothing but sine 45 degrees, the whole power 4. That is what is written as, that is what is written like this. Sine 45 degrees, the whole power 4 is what is written like this. Sine 45 degrees, the whole power 4. This is what is written like this. This is sine 45 degrees, the whole power 4. This is sine 45 degrees, the whole power 4. So whatever is the value of sine 45, 1 by root 2, the whole power 4, because the power is 4. So you just have to get the values from the table and write the appropriate powers, power 4 or power 2, and simplify. That's all. LCM, simplify. So here you don't get an irrational denominator. So you just have to take the LCM, and this is what it is. 113 by 24. 113 by 24. Take a screenshot. Yeah. So here also you're given the value of 1t ratio. You're given the value of 1t ratio, and you have to find tan theta. Sin theta is given. So you can use this information on a right triangle, find the missing side, and find tan theta. So if you mark this as theta, this is the opposite side, and this is the hypotenuse because it's opposite of the right angle. For if you mark this as theta, this is the opposite side. So you know sin theta connects the opposite side and hypotenuse, or you can write opposite is what BC. You can even write BC by AC, hypotenuse AC. Find the unknown side. After filling the opposite side and hypotenuse, find the unknown side AB using Pythagoras theorem. So you find AB is B. AB is B. See here, we found sin theta is given, so you can fill the opposite side and the hypotenuse. So you'll have to find the value of the adjacent side, the side adjacent to theta. You'll have to find that using Pythagoras theorem. So you see here, AB is equal to B. AB is equal to B. And once you find the adjacent side, you'll have to find tan theta. Tan theta is opposite by adjacent. Opposite side by adjacent side. So tan theta is equal to opposite A by adjacent side B. Instead of writing opposite and adjacent, you can also write BC. You can use the sides of the triangle. AB, BC, AC. If it's opposite, you can write BC. Adjacent, you can write AB. You can also do that. Instead of writing opposite by hypotenuse, you can also write BC by AC, BC by AB, and so on. Take a screenshot. Yeah, that's all. So 6 answers you'll have to complete in your tuition notebook. These we'll do in the next class. These are identities. Yeah, these we'll do in the next class. So I have given you 6 questions with their answers to be completed as assignment for the weekend. All right, children. All right, children. So that's it for today's session. Thank you so much. Good night.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.